Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and all of you are safe, healthy, and happy during this time. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about using the feminine versus honoring the feminine. So, this is a little bit of a meta topic. It's not that related to narcissism, but it kind of is because when you are along with a narcissistic person, or in a narcissistic environment, you do not honor the feminine. You will use the feminine. And I will make another video like this on masculine energy as well. Um, so I'm trying to make this as short as possible because I looked at the channel, and what I realized is the average view duration of my videos is around 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to make it short because, as you know, the attention span of people nowadays is very less due to, TikToks and short videos, etc. So I'm gonna kind of try to move through this fast if that's possible because I like to explain things in detail, so it becomes a bit hard for me. But I'm gonna try. So let's start with energy. So as we know, everything is energy, and what we do is we kind of divide this energy into two parts, feminine and masculine. It's just a logical grouping, just for better understanding the universe and how we should function in it, etc. So, we all have, whether we are masculine, feminine, LGBTQ, etc., like whatever you identify with, you have energy inside of you, and you have both masculine and feminine energy inside of you. So, what is masculine? So, masculine energy can be described as the discipline or drive, the wanting to achieve things, the very directed, focused energy. And obviously, in the body, the masculine part kind of represents that energy. Um, and feminine energy, on the other hand, is the very easygoing, flowing. It doesn't have a direction. It can go here or there, anywhere, how according to the circumstances. It doesn't impose its will on the universe. It is the universe, the feminine energy. So, this energy, feminine, of feeling, being, just existing, is basically the feminine energy. And it's more like sensing your world, feeling things, etc. So we all have a combination of these inside of us, and when we are able to balance the masculine and the feminine inside of us, that's when we see a balanced world outside of us, and we can also feel a sense of fulfillment. Like that's the state of nirvana, or of absolute um, harmony with the universe, etc., that people describe. So we all should kind of try to strive towards that and notice in ourselves when we are not in balance. So let's go towards using the feminine energy. So by using the feminine energy, what we mean is it can mean different things. So when you are feeling something and you try to impose your will on that feeling, that's a suppression of the feminine energy, right? So for example, if you go into an environment and you're not feeling comfortable there, but then you tell yourself, no, these are my relatives, this is my boss and I have to feel comfortable here. That is kind of like suppressing your feminine and using it in a way, because by suppressing it you are using it, you're not honoring it. Another way of using the feminine energy is by weaponizing emotions. So, when someone shames you, when someone makes you feel less than, when someone, makes you feel jealous by someone else. So, like in the work environment, if your boss is always comparing you to someone else, making you feel less so that you work more in your job, that boss, whoever it is, male, female, LGBTQ, whatever, that person or entity is actually using feminine energy instead of honoring feminine energy. So, honoring means understanding that this person can do only this much of work and they are trying to do their best. Of course, in this circumstance, I do assume that the person is doing their best, they are not lazing out. So that's using the feminine energy of the employee if the boss is kind of like shaming them, calling them like trying to compare them with others, etc. So, any emotion that is used in such a weaponizing way is using the feminine. And I'm not just saying men do this, women also do this. Women shame men, women try to make whoever it is. So, the idea is who anyone can do it, but it basically means that the feminine energy is being used and not honored. So, now let's step on the other side of the spectrum where you go into honoring your feminine. So, by honoring, what it means is if you wake up one day and you feel sick, you actually admit that, oh, I'm feeling sick. Today I have to take a day off. If you're feeling upset, you can say, today I'm feeling upset. And women are usually better at doing this. I mean, women who have not been like masculinized by society, they are better at doing this. Men have traditionally been taught not to be in their feminine energy, so it's harder for men. And sometimes men tend to see it in like 0 to 100, like, oh, so should I cry now or something like that. So it doesn't mean that you have to cry, but if you are upset, it only means you can acknowledge the feeling within yourself as a man that this upsets me, and it's not going to take away from masculinity to just accept the feminine side that you have in yourself. And actually, a complete man is a one who has accepted his feminine, and a complete woman is one who has accepted her masculine inside. You don't have to declare it to the world, but even an internal acknowledgement is enough to honor it. So this is basically inside, this is the concept of like using versus honoring. And then another aspect of this is how others do it versus how you do it, and I kind of touched on that a little bit. So unbalanced empaths are the ones who are taught, maybe from their childhood or later in their life, not to honor the internal feminine. So, this could be because you had an immature parent who was over demanding, who always wanted you to put them before yourself, etc. And so, by pattern and repetition, you have learned not to honor your internal feminine energy. And when you do it internally, what happens is later on in life, you will meet other people who also do it to you, like they will not honor your internal feminine. And that will be because you have to realize this trigger point and fix this wounding within yourself. So whatever happens internally is also reflected outside. So if you have like an overpowering boss or a overpowering wife who's always demanding things of you, it could be possible you had an over dominating and overpowering mother when you were a kid who did not let you do what you wanted to do. And same for like when a child grows up in a balanced environment, many times when they grow up, they find themselves in balanced environments as well. So they will have a boss who is okay if they take a sick day off, they will have a spouse who kind of understands their emotions and respects them and doesn't use them or shame them or weaponize them, etc. And then the last part is when you are with narcissists, they will not honor your feminine energy at all because they want to make use of you. And when they want to use you or when they want to suppress you, the one thing that they want to do is they want to get control over um, the sense of your existence, right? How you're sensing the world. They want to take over that. And that's where gaslighting comes in. So when you say, oh, like this doesn't feel right to me, they will try to convince you that no, this is right for you, right? So they are trying to shift the way you see the world. So the feminine gets very like maligned, or like it doesn't stay in balance. It gets very imbalanced when you are with narcissists. So you have to be careful of this, and you have to keep on honoring your internal feminine energy, no matter what the narcissists say. You don't have to fight them, you can just ignore them. And then the last point I want to touch on is how the world also promotes using the feminine. So, if you look at the world today, it is quite an overworked world, and that is because they are the values that are being promoted right now are greed, getting more, getting lost, like alcoholism, drugs, video games are the ones that are being promoted right now. Entertainment is being promoted over just being, just living, just being in nature. These things are not being promoted. And why are they not being promoted? Because nature is free for all, right? But entertainment sells, alcohol sells, drugs sell, video games sell. So all of these things that are reducing your attention span are actually selling and making profit for a lot of companies. And that's why in capitalism, you have to keep on working, working, working till the day you die. And they trap you in a system where it's very hard to awaken, out of it. And so that is the state of the world right now. I haven't really lived in a socialist country, so I can't really talk about that. But I have lived in capitalist countries, so I can talk about that. So that's just something to be aware of, that you still have a choice what you give your attention to, how you honor your feminine. End of the day, it is all about awareness. If you have correct awareness, you can use it to make your life better, and then slowly you can spread the word and help other people make their lives better. So that was this video. I hope this helps you. As always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.